All right. Video is up and running. So I will call the last Redevelopment Commission meeting for 2023 to order. First item we have is approval of the agenda. Before Carol says it, I'll correct it. I double copy and paste 5 and 6. So we're only going to do one of those. But I'm going to add an update on the WAPACA deficiency payments to the agenda. If there's nothing else, we need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same. Approval of the minutes. I think we all got those.
Hopefully,
I did anyway.
I hit send
Anyway,
correctly.
Yes. Any changes or corrections to the minutes?
I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I have the TIF balances, the year-end TIF balances for 2023 after all expenditures have been taken out. Riverview West is $4,035.74. Here comes Sherry. Courthouse TIF, $329,454. Hey, Sherry.
Hey.
WAPACA, $986,000. Thank you for the bride. $965,554.81. Web Wheel, $328,236.34. Should be it. So we still have a few dollars left. Hope that doesn't stress you out.
John, was there ever a determination of what you're going to do with the remainder? But I thought we had to decide that after we had dissolved it.
Yeah, well, I think the determination will come in 2024 because we still have funding coming in from 2024 or 23 and coming into 24. So the plan was to decide to discuss that when we know what it is, and then to make sure that we have enough to finalize Horse Camp. Because the last thing we have up there is, unless the county pays it, which would be really, really nice, is the final surface on the asphalt, which we don't know when that's going to be at this point. I'm actually hoping it's next year, but it may not be. I don't think that's going to be too bad, but that's the only thing that we have on that. So that was a 2024 item. Forest Camp lot distribution. You heard anything? Bill went up and redid the brochures, right?
Not yet. Wait, I thought we sold another one.
Well, that's one thing we'll talk about.
I was going to redo it after then. So I've still got the original
Okay.
paper.
Yeah.
What?
They're what?
They're wet.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Wasn't the greatest mailbox.
Well, I mean, they'll dry out in a few days, but right now they're wet.
But we're going to update them for the lot sold. There was a request from one of our builders to switch from lot 7 to lot 4. Andrew's going to make up an agreement if we're all in agreement, if that's okay with everybody. They've already paid for their lots. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I wanted to bring it up to the committee, and I told them they officially would have to discuss it and vote on it. It said their lot's already paid for, so the house that they're planning fits better on lot 4 than 7, is what it boils down to.
I've got all the signs in the back of my vehicle, so
Okay.
when we sell them, you just let me know where I'm supposed to switch them.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
the for sale sign, the sold sign.
Okay, so if everybody's okay with that, well, I think a motion would be appropriate for that.
I'll make the motion to let them switch from lot 7 to lot 4.
Okay,
I'll
you
second.
got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
I think I'll have Andrew go ahead and draw it up.
Mhm.
I also talked to Andrew, and I did not get over there today to discuss how he thinks it's the best way to get the deeds to some of these folks that are requesting, which really, I think we've had maybe 2, maybe. So that they can use them for loans and we can still have control. So he thought he had a way to do that, but I did not get over there today to discuss that with him. So hopefully it'll be next week now, because I don't think I will make it.
Did you say lot 7 to
I think
4?
it's slot 7.
Yeah, there's 7.
Yeah, but I already had
Oh,
4 sold.
Where's 4?
oh, he's got 4 marked sold.
Maybe it's 4 to 7. Let me look at that.
They're both sold.
Maybe it was 10. It was 10, I'm sorry. It was lot 4 to lot 10, I'm sorry. Lot 4 to lot 10.
Okay,
So, do you need,
We need to change our,
yeah,
sorry about that.
amend the motion?
We have a new motion.
yeah, I'll make the motion.
I'll
Change
second.
from lot 4 to
10.
lot 10?
10.
Okay,
Yeah.
4 to 10.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you, Bill.
Welcome.
The end of the year, and it's the first mistake I've made. Gee whiz.
So close.
Almost made it. Also, as an update, we did get the state came in and, as they do with the soil and water, we had it wasn't a violation, but a suggestion to fix on a couple spots where we were eroding. Lettering Brothers went out and staked some straw bales in it to stop the erosion. It was minor, but we have to comply. So Letterings was gracious enough to go out and do that for us. So we'll see if he comes back and says he wants more, and if he does, we'll just deal with it.
Was that on the side of the road where they had just done?
No. This was in the back of, it was in the back side of here. There was a spot,
Oh, okay.
and there was a spot over here
Oh,
someplace.
that's what they did.
Huh?
That's why they did, no, I'm kidding.
Literally, it's a spot about that big and about that deep.
Oh, my.
It's a small spot.
Wow.
That's where I was drawing my teeth when I was mowing those. I got this side completed before my mower caught on fire.
Then
John finished it.
there was a silt fence issue, but that's not a big deal because there's enough grass there now. So the grass actually came up pretty well after we had it reseeded. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Had a discussion with Steve Goodson. Looks like we do have somebody building. There's a lot actually being built on right now. Which one? It's one of these two. I don't, I have to go out and look. So they've actually poured concrete. We had a little bit of an issue. They decided to clean the concrete truck in the county ditch. So Steve had a conversation with the developer, the builder on that, and said that's not appropriate. I actually got a call from the neighbor. So hopefully we got that resolved. He's also going to keep a check on the building progress as an inspector, so we know that they're doing things like they're supposed to be doing.
What was the issue with the truck?
They had the pumper truck out there and decided to clean it, wash it out on the county property in the ditch where the neighbor mows. Neighbor wasn't happy. Neighbor calls John. John calls Steve. It's real simple. So hopefully we got that all fixed now. So I'm gonna actually talk to Matt, because he's the one doing the building, tell him he's just gonna have to have a clean out spot. And not on the ground. You know, a lot of them will create a box, plastic box, and they have to clean it out in there. Mulzers, of course, went back to the office and cleaned them. So that's the only thing we've had so far that's been negative. So want to let you all know.
What's going on with our person who was wanting to buy multiple lots?
I actually did not, I was gone last week, so I did not reach back to him. I'll probably do that next week.
Okay.
Yeah, they were gonna do a soils test on it,
Right.
and I have not heard. So I don't know if they haven't got it, I don't know if they've gotten it done, or if they don't have the results back yet, so. I figured that'd be a follow-up after the first of the year. If I'm so lucky to be reappointed, then I'll follow that up. That wasn't to you, Randy, that was to David, since he's not here.
Randy's more than you anyway.
I'm used to it. You're the one that has to be nice to him. Let's see, update on marketing, which kind of goes to our next thing. I have really nothing new. The only thing that I guess I'm gonna have to, one of us is gonna follow up, and I don't know if Tony will do it or not, but I think we still have one that has not been paid for, and that's gonna end. Either it's gonna get paid for, or we're just going to move on. That's kind of where I think we are with
Didn't we
it.
have terms in that they
We
had
do.
to,
Yeah, they're out of turn.
they're out of
They're out
term,
of
so.
turn, yeah. And according to when we're talking to the auditor's office, they acted like they had not been paid. So if they have been paid, I apologize, but as far as I know, they have not. So we'll address that in the next week or so. WAPACA deficiency payment, I don't know if you all know, but every year WAPACA is required to make sure that there's enough money to pay the bonds. And if we don't receive enough in the TIF payments to do so, there's what they call a deficiency payment. And that was calculated, and Cody actually has the number. I took that up to her last week. So this year, the deficiency payment, last year was $22,000, it's $136,140.43. The main reason is because of the pass-through.
Okay,
So as we discussed, when we decided to remove the TIFs, what happens is the rate goes down, but we collect less, so then they pay the deficiency. As far as I know, there was no problem with that. She didn't call me back and say there was a problem, but they've calculated that. So that's going to be the deficiency payment. And I think it's important that we all know that,
yes.
because that's something that we have to deal with. The last item I have is redevelopment role in Perry County improvements growth. I don't really have anything new on that for this month. The only comment I will make is I would like to see that as a very small group to start with and then go from there.
Define small.
Like small, like about 7 people. Like a commissioner, a council, a PCDs, a RDC, somebody from cities of Tell City, Gallatin, and Troy. And kind of get started there and then go from there. That way it does not have to be a public meeting. I think an open discussion would be a lot better if it was not from that standpoint. So that's my thought.
So will we discuss then as RDC
What?
beforehand?
Yes.
What we agree would be that, and what is your timeframe that you're looking at?
I would like to try to have that by the end of January, February. And probably be February, because that'll allow us to have a discussion with our group in January. I think David's already talked to some of the council members and he's gathering data from them right now. I don't know if Randy has with his commissioners or not. But then I'll actually talk to Chris and the mayor of Cannleton, and because they have a new mayor, I think, right, Cannleton? And then, was it to Troy, what's Troy's called? It's not the mayor, it's the
Isn't it
Town council, don't they have?
president of
President.
the,
President of the town council.
and just talk with them and say, hey, we just need you to come with your best ideas looking at it from a county standpoint, not so much from an individual city or entity standpoint. I just think it would clean it up faster, because otherwise it's just too much. I think it's just too much to start.
too many cooks in the kitchen, so to
Huh?
speak. Too many cooks in the kitchen, so
I
to
think so.
speak.
I think so. And it's still at the best interest of the county.
Okay.
Which is what we're here for, right?
True, absolutely.
So you said likely February at this point.
Yes, because that'll give us and I know a chance to sit down and discuss in our group. They'll have a chance to discuss, county council will have a chance to discuss. Aaron will have a chance to discuss with her board. City will have a chance to do it with their boards.
Okay.
And really just come back with just kind of a thought of where we got to go, and then and a priority list, quite frankly.
Mhm.
We did sit down, was that 2 weeks ago with Wapaka? Aaron, was that 2 weeks ago? And Cody kind of gave us an update on where their project stands and what's going on in-house. And I guess we can make a comment that they sold, right?
It's public.
I think it was on the news, if I'm not mistaken.
Monomoy,
What's that?
Monomoy.
Yeah. So they sold again. So I guess they're gonna have to sit down and with the new owners revamp or look at what their projects will be and from.
Where are they out of?
I don't know. I don't know.
They had a issue, like a frequently asked questions about our new owners. The takeaway that I got was that like, they would still maintain local leadership. There's no anticipated change in employment, headcount, or anything like that. But that maybe they have more experience or expertise in the automotive manufacturing market, which is different than their owner that just had them, not really like more of a investment company.
So I think they're still moving forward on planning for the new melter. But they'll have to, once they get all back together, they'll find out what that timetable is.
Limbo.
Yeah. Because she said they could still keep getting
Right, she is.
Ideas,
the
quotes.
ability to continue to
legal work.
do any prep work for a project, but not yet able to pull the trigger on steps that would take it beyond just prep work.
Okay.
I think that's good news. At least we know. At least we know.
I agree.
And then we need to sit down eventually, once we kind of know and think through any ways that we can help them to the best of our ability. We don't have a lot that we can do, but anything that we can do as a commission and as a county and as a state, we're trying to explore all of that at this point. Because they were a little deficient on some funding based upon their original budget
Well, I think
of about $12 million.
but their cupola is nearing end of life. So they are going to have to, as a community, we hope, make a new investment. If not, they will.
They'll rebuild.
Right.
Right.
So it is really a matter of what technology they will use. And of course, there are more expensive options, but I think that the more expensive options are probably the best
Long
long-term
term.
for the community
Yeah.
and for the company.
So they're going to invest something, but they'd rather invest for the long term, is
We like that.
what I keep hearing from the
That's
conversation.
their mission.
That's wonderful.
So that's, I guess that's good. I don't think that's bad. I think that's at least good.
I would agree with that. Long-term investment in the community means,
So do we know when that's going to happen?
First
I
quarter.
feel like there's still gonna be, you
Well,
mentioned like 60 days kind of limbo as things
yeah, they said
finalized.
the change was like the first quarter, right? Or the new ownership was supposed to all happen the first quarter. And I would say,
I mean, I think
mid-year
it
before they
happened
know.
really fast, like they toured the plant, a matter of weeks prior to like, so they're probably got a lot of finalizing to do, and then, it really, and Cody did stress, like, the more we can show that we're all in this together, that the community is behind them, that their new owners will want to see that if they are going to make a bigger investment.
that's all I've got. Bill?
Nothing here.
Carol? Sherry? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All right.
Best meeting ever.